Hello everyone, I am Gabriel and this is the Rise Atlantis show. Today is Saturday, February 10th, 2018. Let's see here. So thinking about putting money into AdWords, it looks kind of dark. I don't know. I'm trying to get more lighting in here. Let's see here. I need to aim the light towards me more and then aim it this way more. So let's see here. Google AdWords. It can get expensive if you put a lot of money into it. I'm not sure why. See, I noticed with the camera, when you kind of adjust the lighting and all that, you kind of move the camera around, it makes the brightness better. I don't know why. I guess like it needs to, it's kind of like a camera, you know, when it's blurry and you need to adjust like, you know what I mean? Put some kind of focal point in, and then it adjusts the lighting. So it's so weird how the cameras work. See, if I get back, it gets darker. If I get closer, it gets brighter. But it's not just that. You have to adjust the camera with the reference point. You know, it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. Cameras are weird. So with Google AdWords, I want to put $10 a day for 9 days, starting March 4th for spring break. Every single day. Now it's crazy because for those 9 days, $10 would be $90. Not sure if I have enough by then. I might have to give it maybe $50. Spread it out. But you know, I hate it because I wish we could do sub for sub advertising on YouTube. I wish I could go to people's channels and say, hey, can you subscribe to my page and I'll subscribe to your page? If I say it to a whole bunch of people, even in the private messages, YouTube will ban my channel. They call that spamming. So, I mean, it's not spamming, it's marketing, but they call it spamming. So, you know, I don't want to risk my channel being banned. Because what happens is if you get your channels banned too much, different channels you keep putting up, they could put a ban on your IP address. And I could still upload maybe from other place, but it's hard because I need to upload from my house. I can't be going to people's houses all the time using internet. So it gets very complicated. So we can't do sub for sub advertising. We can't even go on people's YouTube pages and on their videos and messages. We can't even say, hey, everyone, check out my website. They call that spamming as well. Now, you could do what I'm doing is on YouTube, have your channel, the Rise Atlantis Daily Show, Gabriel. I have it like that. So, and I post comments here and there, and hoping people will click on my channel just on my username. I am not asking for people to click on my channel when I type the messages. I just like comment on the video of the day and stuff. So that's the only way I'm doing it right now. I want to be. I wish there was better ways to advertise on YouTube. You know, I wish we could go directly to YouTube. They already have their channels, because it's hard to tell people to subscribe to your channel when they haven't even created a YouTube channel. It's very complicated. Well, with the people that already have their channels, it's just as simple as going to your page and clicking subscribe. But YouTube, they stop a lot of marketing and advertising that we could be doing through YouTube directly to the YouTubers. They want us to do like through AdWords and stuff like that. It gets pricey. So YouTube calls a whole lot of things spamming. So it really hurts our cause into trying to market our channel and to trying to get it out there. It really hurts our cause. So the topic of the day will be format is changing. The format is changing starting February 15th. I'll be wearing different colored shirts every day because I noticed the thumbnails are getting kind of boring. White shirt every day. So to make it colorful now, each thumbnail will have a different color shirt. And of course, I'm always going to be updating the background. I've thought about maybe getting some mini lava lamps, put them right here or something. You know, all kinds of things. Not really gimmicks, but just, you know, to make it exciting and different every time. See, I can't have the show become too much of the same repetitive thing. I mean, it is nice having a steady format, like 20-minute talk, 20-minute news, 20-minute talk of the day, 20-minute, you know, summoning apparitions from God and EVPs. So I will keep the format of the show the same like that, but maybe more adding things in to make it more interesting. So we'll go ahead and dive into the news. Let's see here. Let me get my phone on. Ice block smashes London street. Okay, I believe that music's good, microphone's good. Okay, here we go. An ice block smashes London street. Okay, let's see here. Now, if it seems that I'm talking loud, like I'm yelling, I'm not really yelling. I just have to talk loud because I noticed on the playback the volume is low. So for people's computers where the low sound playback, I have to make it a little bit louder so it can be heard. So that's why I have to speak like directly to the microphone. You see people where they have the microphone like all the way over here and they're talking like this. You know, you gotta have it like this. You know, you gotta really speak into the microphone. A lot of people don't even speak into the microphone. You know. So let's see here. Large block of ice captured into a street in KEW, London. Shocking nearby pedestrians. A witness estimated the hunk of ice weighed about 45 pounds. It made such a loud noise, like a meteorite crashing down, said Amir Khan. Ice may have been the result of a meteorological phenomenon or fallen from a passing aircraft. It's a meteorological phenomenon. Let's see if we can get to the main part of the video. A lot of these videos can be long, you know, like 5-10 minutes. We just get to the main part here. Let's see here. The block of ice. Now, you don't really get a good view of it. I mean, it looks weird. I mean, you can't get a really good view. Let's see here. You notice the street right there? It's not that big of a block of ice. Maybe it could have been something in the clouds, some freak weather. I'm not sure if you guys saw a video. It's on YouTube of a cloud coming down in Saudi Arabia. And it was all puffy and everything. It was the size of a car. And it came down and people were like putting their hand through it and stuff. Hopefully more and more clouds start coming down like that for people to say, oh, it's fog and this and that. That is a supernatural occurrence. So I hope more of that keeps happening. Let's see here. Next story. Is a mini ice age on the way? Loading. Let's see. Scientists warn the sun could be unusually cool by 2050, but it won't be enough to stop climate change. So they're saying, see, this is how it works. For so long, everyone called it global warming, so they thought, okay, even the winters are warming. But what happens is when the summers get hotter, is the more the glaciers melt. And the more rain happens through precipitation. And pollution causes a part of that, methane gas. Who knows, even people smoking, you know, so chimneys in the winters, a whole lot of things in factories, they all play into it. Pollution, cars. So when summer gets hotter, the glaciers melt, more precipitation, more storms. That causes the cooling in the winters to get colder. See, for so long they've been telling people it's global warming, and they think winters are getting hotter. But really, it's really climate change. What happens is all the pollution in the air is making the summers hotter, melting the glaciers more, and more precipitation, more storms, hurricanes, more rain, which means more snow in the winter, and so the summers get hotter and the winters get colder. Now it's weird if people say, "Well, how can summer get how can the winter get so cold that the summers are even hotter?" They think, okay, since the summers are hotter, that will make the winters hotter. But it's like a roller coaster. It's it's like a boomerang effect, you know. And like when it increases, it decreases. Something about it. It's all the precipitation, you know. When more glaciers melt, more humid weather. It keeps going up. Precipitation means and it keeps coming back down in the winter. So it's really a rocky road that's happening with the atmosphere. So they're saying that in many ice ages on the way, that would be unusually cold by 2050. It won't be enough to stop climate change. Of course, the summers are going to keep getting hotter. And you know, Nevada can get up to 115 degrees, maybe 120 on their worst day. Imagine how it'll be in the future. Can we really survive 250? Can we really survive 150 degree weather? 200 degree weather? It is possible. It can reach that. And if we hit 150 to 200 degrees, forests will be burning up, catching fire by themselves, like they're already happening in California. So, California is a clue that the forests will burn up by themselves to dry heat and extreme heat. Okay. Human Jurassic Park. Cloning fears after boffins. What is a boffin? After boffins grow eggs in lab. Okay, I guess Boffin is a corporation. Let's see. Let's see here. Removed egg cells from ovary tissue at the earliest stage of development, grew them to the point in which they were ready for fertilization, according to a study published in Molecular Human Reproduction. Let's see here. But the public aren't all applauding this breakthrough. The potential dangers for humans and whether we should use this new power. Let's see here. What's different about this than regular cloning? Supposedly it's a more stronger form of cloning. That time about strange hybrid animals. There's a male tiger, female lion. That's called a liger, like in Napoleon Dynamite. Let's see here. It goes through a few of the hybrids. I mean, let's see. Let's try to run down these quick. The liger can get really huge. Let's see here. Of course, there's the mermaid. Well, it's a hinny is a female donkey and a male horse. A zonkey, zebra, donkey. Of course, the legs are striped. Let's see here. A roller bear, polar bear, brown bear. Jag lion, male jaguar, and female lion. This is a funny one. A beefalo, buffalo cow. A zebron, cow, European bison. mullard, a mallard, and a muscovy duck. It looks the same. Let's see here. Mermaids are coming, man. I'm telling you. Let's see. What is that? It doesn't say the name of it. Okay, next one. Dizo, a cow, and a wild yak. I mean, these look like regular animals. A kama, a camel, and a llama. It looks the same. A narluga, a narwhal, and a beluga. A waffin, male, a killer whale, and a dolphin. But flying, that one was weird. So let's see here, what else? A koi wolf, coyote wolf. You noticing a trend here? Zubroid, zebra, and equine. Okay, so the trend there is they're all using animals of kind of like the same species because those are the only ones that can merge through hybrids for now. They're working on the science where they could get a human and an animal and merge them together. When they try to do it with the technology we have now, it doesn't go through because they haven't sequenced every single molecule of every DNA yet. And we already have the DNA mapped out. But the easiest ones they could do are ones like a lion and a tiger. You know, they're both cat species. They're both large animals. They both kind of look the same. So they get animals that kind of look the same and mix them together because the DNA mixes it better. When they try to merge a human and an animal, the DNA sequences, they map each other out and they push. It's like a magnet. You get a magnet here and a magnet here. And if you have both detracting, they're going to push each other out. So it's the same with DNA. You have to get one that attracts and another one that attracts and brings it together. So that's works basically the same with DNA. DNA is like magnets, and they're both detracting, pushing away. When you bring them closer, they push away. So they're trying to get the DNA to where they attract like magnets and come together. So once they do that, that's when you're going to see all the monsters walking around this world like Star Wars, man. I'm telling you, it's coming. Next story. Farthest photos ever taken away from nearly 4 billion miles away. These are actual pictures, supposedly from NASA. Hopefully they're not hoaxing it. A lot of people make fun of NASA, never a straight answer. But they've done a lot of good. They gave us our solar panels, so we have NASA to thank for our technology. That's become so affordable now. And I believe it should be even more affordable. How Trump wants to impose tariffs on solar panels. Hopefully he can make solar panels cheaper here in America. So they're only showing one picture so far. I mean, come on, that's nothing. That don't show anything. Supposedly that's the farthest photo ever taken, 4 billion miles away of our solar system. So it's not that great of a picture. Supposedly that's a real picture. Okay. Running down the news. Let's see here. What other one? I try to get through the news quick so it don't bog down too much of the show. Let's see here. The war against Zika. Fighting mosquitoes with mosquitoes. So they're trying to create bioengineered mosquitoes, rounding up all the mosquitoes and injecting them with stuff so that when they go out to the other mosquitoes, it infects them. Hopefully can eliminate the mosquito population. But you know, it's Frankenstein stuff because it might make it worse. Israeli F-16 shot down as Iran heats up northern border. You know, Iran is funding terrorism. They're funding all the terrorists in Syria. And now Iran is shooting down Israeli jets. Iran is a problem, and they're going to have to be, hate to say it, but we need regime change. Because people rising up in protest isn't enough to overtake their government. I wish it would all happen like Egypt. I wish they could all rise in North Korea and overthrow Kim Jong-un democratically. And by democratically, I don't mean Democrat. I mean, you know, democracy for the Republic of North Korea. So, if people see words like that, they think Republic means Republican, and democratically they think it means Democrat. It's all just taken from the same word, which means liberty, freedom. You know, so. Heading home, Pence insists no daylight on North Korea. Okay, next story. Racist messages land on campuses in surging numbers. So we're seeing racism become illegal in colleges. That is not good. And now they're trying to ban prayers in colleges. Let's see here. I believe this is the story. Civil War, Ohio school district bans prayer before sporting events. You know, and they keep saying the same thing of separation of church and state. Well, we have our freedom of speech and religion. So, technically a school is not state. So they need to get it right, man. All those atheists, all those demonic worshippers. Yeah, man. Johanna Johnson, Golden Globe winning composer. He died today at age 48. Man, he was young. Compared to 90, yeah, 48 is young. Let's see. I believe he was the one that wrote the song for Psycho. I've never seen it on the news. It might be a different person. No, the one that I heard on Psycho, or the one on the news, was the actor that came on the movie Psycho. He was, I think he played the good guy. He died, I think, yesterday or today. Let's see. This one, what was he known for? Which songs? He wrote the score for The Theory of Everything. One about Stephen Hawkins. Let's see what else. Sicario. He wrote the score for Sicario, the movie. Wow, he made the score for Arrival. Remember with Charlie Sheen? That was a good movie. He wrote the score for the 2017 thriller Mother. Let's see. Let's see. That's about it. Sad when people die, you know? I can't wait till Jesus returns. There'll be no more death, man. If you have loved ones, family, friends that are dying, tell them that Jesus is returning. It could be this year. Give them such great hope. Tell them to see the Rise Atlantis videos. It's on my About section on my YouTube page, this one. Go to the About page, and then the link at the bottom, it says the Rise Atlantis videos. Tell them to watch those videos because it'll give them real good proof that Jesus is real, God is real, and that they're returning. And that these signs that I'm saying are like a human cloning for their false sense of eternal life. That's the mark of the beast, you know? So, in a world of doom and gloom, I am the shining light at the end of the tunnel. Rise Atlantis is like a magical moment in time, like a wrinkle in time, like the new movie coming out. Shout out Oprah Winfrey. God bless Oprah Winfrey. She gonna run for president? Like I always say, I don't choose Democrat or Republican. I leave it in the air so my viewers don't hate me. You know, on if I, you know, like I don't want to choose sides here because I want all my viewers to not see like I'm endorsing one party or the other. So I stay neutral on politics. I stay neutral. Well, I don't stay neutral on religion. I have to, you know, be for God. I can't say even making too much peace with atheists isn't good. But we do need to come together. When it comes to religion, a lot of people say, oh, I'm advertising Rael and human cloning. I'm exposing it. See, a lot of times they're so quick to judge and they don't see really what I'm really trying to go with here. I am enlightening everyone. I'm warning everyone. And a lot of radical Christians, they see like, oh, talking about it's taboo because you're advertising it. You're endorsing them. And those are the radical Christians. Those are the ones that never really want to wake the world up. To show them the signs of the times. They want to keep everyone dumbed down like sheep. They don't want everyone to know the truth because they see it as too controversial. Everyone would get scared and this and that, and cause mass panic and all that, you know. But they're the ones that are over exaggerating it all, and they need to tell their congregations what's going on. Jesus wants us to tell everyone what is happening. NASA is keeping tabs on Elon Musk's Tesla Roadster. So this is the final goodbye. We are going to lose transmission from the Roadster soon, and it's going to head off towards the sun. And when we do get signals, it'll take way longer to come back. 2 killed when Turkish helicopters crashed in Syria. Look, the terrorists in Syria, they're using those rocket shoulder fired rockets, and they're bringing down helicopters. Man, that's crazy. 2 hurt. Last story. 2 hurt after officer in Justin Trudeau's motorcade crashes in California. Now, Justin Trudeau, he's the president of Canada. He was. Let's see here. Was this in Canada? No, it's because it's saying California. So he was visiting Cali for, I think it was a convention in Simi Valley. He was attending a convention and got in a crash. Now, Justin Trudeau wasn't injured in the crash. His motorcade was. So, that's the news for today. Now we'll go ahead and get into the topic of the day, which is new format coming soon. I'll just check my Facebook page real quick. I got a message. Let's see here. Alrighty then. Let's see. Okay, so the talk of the day is new format coming. Now it's going to be more than just wearing different color shirts every day. I want to have, new backgrounds. I still want to keep the black lights. Are awesome. I want to probably put those mini lava lamps here on top of the laptop, but I don't want it to heat up my laptop. So I'll put some kind of covering over the laptop because this is the one where I play the music. I used to play the music on the Mac that I'm broadcasting on, but it would make it kind of glitch and pop and freeze a little bit. So I just have the Mac running dedicated streaming the show. And my other one that plays the music, I use it for gaming also, is an HP. So I have it separate. Before I used to do it together, and it was like running too much. And so yeah, I have the black lights running the light, 2 laptops. That's why I always limit electricity use, so I make sure I don't blow a circuit or anything. So I want to keep updating the format, which is like a new background. I'm thinking like once a week will be a new background. Every Friday maybe will be a new background. And I don't have the money to be buying like posters all the time. So what I'm thinking of doing is just like making like some kind of like papers or something, and with like the highlighters, like drawing designs and stuff like that. Now it'd be hard because one paper is around like right here, so I need a whole bunch of them. So it would be better just to find. See, this right here is just a blanket, a very thin one, and posters, they don't make them this size, and it costs money buying so many of them. So I'm thinking of just getting like sheets, maybe different color sheets for now. That's the cheapest way to do it. And then more will be like just different things. Oh, I thought of this. White bed sheets, very thin, and I could draw designs on it with the highlighters, because the highlighters pick up the black light very good because it's all fluorescent. So I'll be using different color highlighters to make different designs. Now, I'm not that great of an artist, so I don't want it to look too cheesy either. I don't even know what kind of designs to do, so I really don't know how to do it, but all I know is it's going to be done. So the format is going to keep getting more exciting because I noticed the thumbnails are looking boring, white shirt every day. That could decrease people clicking on the videos. So I'm going to have different color shirts every day. It'll be like a light blue Monday, a yellow on Tuesday. Blue and yellows are my favorite colors. So it'll be blue, yellow, and then for Wednesday will be, I believe it's green. And then Thursday is orange, red is Friday, black is Saturday, and white is Sunday. So I have like a different color shirts going through so it can make the thumbnails look way better, especially different backgrounds every Friday. And I really don't know what else I'm going to do different with the format. I mean, when February 15th comes, that's when I'm going to start summoning apparitions in my backyard. And it's not easy because there's going to be a low success rate. I wish it would appear every single day and night. But I'm estimating 80% will be no-shows. I hate to say it. There may be 20% that will be shows of apparitions appearing. Hopefully not. Hopefully the Lord shows apparition signs at least 2 or 3 times a week would be nice. I'm not being demanding here. I'm not being like, God, you better do this. You better do this because I say so. I'm not like that. I'm being very humble, and I'm saying whatever the Lord chooses to show us as signs, and I will be humble, and I just hope I don't have to wait too long for signs because I don't want people clicking onto the show and then they start saying, oh, nothing's happening, nothing's appearing, and they start laughing, joking, saying I'm crazy and this and that, and that all this is stupid and a waste of time, when it is not, because I will be even recording the news live, like with my phone, broadcasting the show, watching the news. Just key parts. I won't be too long. And, of course, I'll have it muted. I won't even show the name of the news stations, so I will avoid copyright. It will just be like a quick 15 seconds, and it'll be muted all the time. And it'll just be like maybe a one-time-a-day thing. So it'll be muted, and I won't show the logo of the news channel to avoid copyright. And basically, yeah, that's going to be the new ways I'm going to advance the show and take it to new heights. So February 15th, I'm going to start summoning apparitions from God in my backyard every single night. I thought about running the show 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night, but it gets in the way because I have to work and I'm always busy. So the only time I have is at the end of the day. That's the only time I have. So I have to run the show every night, and an hour is a good time. There may be days where I may be busy working still late at night. So I don't know how to run the show. I'm thinking maybe I could just do I don't know here, like an hour before I'm at work later in the day or something. I really haven't planned that yet. So when the time comes, I'll just do some quick announcements. I know it's hard because when you don't have the show broadcast at a certain time, especially if I have a lot of viewers all logging in, they're going to be saying, hey, where's the show at? And so I don't want to lose viewers based on that. So it's very hard running a live show. But I have been dedicated starting at 8 every night. But there's going to be times where I hope that things don't conflict with that, especially in the summer where I work. I'm in sales, and I may be at events, and I may be there till like 11 at night when the events end. And some may be like a whole day thing. So it's very, very tricky. I don't want to spend too much money in events in the summer because you spend a lot, and what if you don't make enough? You're at a loss. So it's very tricky. It shouldn't have to be like gambling here, you know. But that's where the big money's made. There's a lot of big money made in sales in the summer, at events. So that's where the money's at. I just need to plan and organize it more because there's a lot of stuff involved, and I need to make sure I have all my ducks in a row, to where everything is as organized as it can be. It's not easy, you know, trying to juggle all these things, trying to juggle working, trying to juggle a show. It's very hard trying to juggle it all. So the format is going to get so exciting and interesting. The reason I'm choosing February 15th to start this new metamorphosis in the format is because that's when they host the Face on the Asteroid video in Austin, Texas in 2009. It's the day after Valentine's Day, and they were all hosting in the video, and I see like they were hosting that video, throwing it at me, because there's like what sounds like this person in the background saying, go over there to the other side. Like he's all yelling in the background, and like he's yelling at me, like saying, just go to heaven already, go over to heaven, go to the other side, like just kill myself, commit suicide is basically what he was saying. And I'm like, man, this is the type of level of evil these people are on. Austin, Texas, you know, that's supposed to be known as the capital there, and they're becoming this immoral like that. It's a very big sign. That was an abomination, what happened that day. And no one knows about it. I'm the only one that heard that. I'm the only one that saw the Face on the Asteroid hoax. I'm the only one seeing all these things. See, I'm like an owl, man. I keep looking, and I keep seeing things, man. You know, I'm the owl in the middle of the night, and I keep noticing all these things happening, and I'm the only one blogging about all this stuff. Like Logan Paul says, who's doing it, man? I'm the only one doing it. For real. So it's not easy. It's very hard. So the show is going to keep getting more exciting because now I'm going to be broadcasting and I'm going to be summoning down apparitions every night in the backyard of my house, El Paso, Texas. And it kind of, what's the word? It kind of discourages me because I know there's going to be a 20% success rate of apparitions appearing. It's going to be a low amount. I hope it's not like, oh, 2 apparitions appear a month. I mean, I hope it's not like that. I hope I at least get 3 apparitions a week. If I could get 3 apparitions a week, I'd be satisfied. I'd be happy. And I'm not looking for orbs here because people, you know, they don't care about orbs. It seems orbs nowadays have lost all their power. Like they don't mean anything because everyone sees all these things that, you know, back then when they didn't have modern flight and technology, they could not say it was satellite because there was none. They could not say it was planes. There was none. They could not say maybe Chinese lanterns, but that's very rare. They could say that they couldn't say it was drones and this and that and a whole lot of other things that it could be nowadays. They didn't even have, not that I'm aware of, helium balloons. They probably did, but I doubt it because I haven't heard of it. So modern technology makes these orbs look like nothing. So I hope we see the great signs and mighty wonders like it says in Revelation. So we'll go ahead and end it right there. We'll go ahead and do 3 EVPs each, and we'll end out the show. Let's see here. Okay, so it's going to get so exciting very soon. And I hope apparitions appear a lot. I'm not asking for every day. That would be amazing if it's every day. I don't know what's going to happen, man. It's a surprise even to me. And I hope it's like, I hope it's not a no-show every day, of every week, of every month. Oh my God, man. You know, I feel like I'm really being put to the test here with summoning apparitions. like I'm going all out, and is it gonna happen? You know, and it's like it's complicated because I wish it'd be happening every day. Even if the apparitions don't appear every day in El Paso, if they could be appearing every day in the world. Now, you could be finding UFOs every day on YouTube, every single day, but we don't know a lot of those are hoaxes. And they don't even look that great. They're just the orbs. We want to see far greater than orbs. So it's very complicated. And I hope I can make this work. I'm trying to build the show. I hope I could get it 1 million views a day like the top YouTubers are making. I hope I can make money off this so I can use it for good purposes. And I'm just trying to save the world here, man. You know, I'm just trying to bring Jesus' return. I want to be the hero, man. Don't we all? Okay, on this phone we got the words. What we got? What we got? We got the words lip-sync, ossification, dateness, kidney, diagonal, Fresno, replevin. Now I'm interpreting lip-sync like what? Like musicians lip-sync? Matching your words to ossifications, dateness, a kidney, a diagonal, Fresno, California, replevin, sounds like reptilian. Okay, is a reptilian maybe being created in Fresno, California with a diagonal kidney of dateness of ossification of lip sync? I mean, so could this be saying that somewhere in Fresno, California, mad scientists are working to create the first reptilian human? Could be. Let's see, on this phone it says it says let's see here. Accept the heart, be conscious. Accept the heart, be conscious. Now that's weird because in 2009 I saw in a cloud an alien with a heart over its hands like this over here in my backyard, and over here I saw God with his hands out and a cross looking towards Juarez, Mexico. And so this was in 2009. This one I posted the first video, which was the same day Michael Jackson had died. I saw this an hour before Michael Jackson died of the alien ghost face behind Barack Obama's neck, and also was all the other apparitions and signs that I talked about in the video, the preemptive strike against science. So that was in the summer of 2009. So I saw that alien cloud with a heart over its hands. And I think it's all meaning because after the heart signifies immorality. It signifies immorality. So after the rapture, everyone's going to become immoral. And so that's what the heart signifies. And it's weird because Valentine's Day, the day after, is when they hoax that video of the face on the asteroid hoax. Why do they choose the day after Valentine's? It's very weird because they all see it like after we go in the rapture, they're all going to have all their time for legal immorality. Way worse than it is in Las Vegas, you know, so it's going to get really, really crazy. This right here is telling me to accept the heart. That's the devil speaking right here. And it says to be conscious. And I guess they're talking about the whole new age thing and opening your mind up to not astral projection. Astral projection can be good if done for God, done the right way. But don't try to near death yourself and stuff like that just to hallucinate and expand your conscious out. That's what it's saying right here. So it's saying accept the heart. That's the devil speaking there. Now, because it's the devil speaking, that does not mean EVPs are evil. It's like if you pray to God for a sign and then you see the devil appear in the clouds, that doesn't mean that praying to God for a sign is wrong. So, to all the radical Christians that say this is wrong, you all need to discern what is righteous and what is wrong. And I am saying I'm doing this from God. So for people to judge me and say that it is wrong, no, I am right. And you all that are radical Christians, you all got it wrong. Jesus doesn't want you all to be too radical, man. Because then they start becoming like the terrorists at that point. Okay, we got the words on this phone that says, tract, judge, low, phade, stew, antennea. Now, the word phade is pronounced P-H-A-D. So some kind of tract, judge, could mean maybe we're all in this race into heaven. Some people are losing. Some people are winning. So we all have to finish this marathon that we are running this tract in. And the Lord will judge the wicked. Yes, it is justified. No mercy for the wicked. So we are running this tract that the Lord will judge the wicked. Low, it's pronounced L-O, is the high end of low, which means hell. So we are running this tract, and the Lord will judge the wicked in the low place of hell. Phade, they see all this world as one giant phade, but they are in a burning stew. They are burning in a stew, and we see everything through an antenna. So basically, it's saying you know, here's this great race in heaven. It's all about to end. And the evil people are going to be thrown into the low stew, and we are going to rise like antennas as well. So, wow. You know, it's really, really amazing when you start seeing how mesmerizing EVPs can be. Let's see here. This next one, it says, now these are words from the Holy Spirit here. These are saying like divine things here, you know? Okay, this one. It says, okay, let's see here. Gotta piece it together. Let's see here. You will be with a deep spell of the moon complications. You will be with the deep spell taking the moon complications. So it's basically saying some kind of spell's coming. Maybe not just for me, but for the evil people maybe in the world. Some deep spell is coming and it's going to complicate things. Could be involved with the moon. Something coming with the moon. Maybe it means Elon Musk, Richard Branson on this next great second space race, colonizing the moon. And the deep spell that is coming is prophecy becoming fulfilled. A good spell. So, that's amazing. We'll go ahead and do one more and we'll end the show out. So these EVPs are truly amazing. I mean, they say some amazing stuff. Let's see here. In El Paso, I just got a wind advisory on my phone. So that's the only bad thing about El Paso. We get the dust storms. They're not really that bad though, and it's nice because we don't have freezing cold weather in the winters. And let's see here. And we don't have earthquakes or tornadoes. We have really good weather. So if you all are planning on moving, consider El Paso is a very good city. I like El Paso. I think I'm staying here my whole life. Although I do plan to travel a whole lot to witness to the world. Okay, we'll go ahead and do one more. Yo, this one right here on this phone, this is a good one. This right here. We got the words Tefrite, drilled, shiest, brail, claw, hale, schnapper. Schnapper. That's a funny word. What does schnapper mean? Like snapper? Or like schnapp, you know, like the type of alcohol drink, schnapps people drink. So that's funny. Schnapper, that's a funny word. Okay. Let's see here. We have, so Tefrite. What am I interpreting here. Now, Tefrite, I believe, is a type of stone. Maybe. Oh, and it says drilled. So drilling in for a stone of Tefrite, like Minecraft, okay? So drilling to a stone called Tefrite. A shiest. You know, shiesters, like one who, like, a con man. Could it be these big companies? And brail. That's what the blind people used to read, the little dots. And claw, so some kind of claw involved in braille. And hale. Now that means H-A-L-E. That could be hail from the sky, the weather. Or hail, like all hail Jesus Christ. And schnappers. So we're seeing that a shady company is drilling for Tefrite and other stones, and the blind are using braille, but evil people are coming with their claws when they need to hail Jesus Christ and have their schnappers in heaven. You know? So that's what interpreting here. Me, myself, I don't drink, but that'd be cool if we can have wine in heaven and it won't affect our bodies. See, we will eat and our food will magically disappear. We can drink and again, it'll magically disappear. We won't have to use the restroom. Everything's going to be so much better in heaven. All this stuff that seems impossible will be possible. Like we will never age. We will be forever young in heaven. Everything's going to be so different in heaven. It's going to be so awesome. Everything's going to be so magical that the stuff we think is impossible is going to be possible in heaven. So that was a pretty funny, now I was going to say analogy, but that's not the word. That's a pretty funny interpretation I got there. Okay, now this one was pretty interesting. It says, look behind the scenes. There's gossiping. Look behind the scenes. There's gossiping. Well, you know, there's gossiping everywhere. Jesus talked about that we should not be gossiping about people. We all must love our brothers and sisters, and we should not be gossiping about anyone. So there's a lot of haters that gossip around us, that gossip about us. They talk smack behind our backs. But you know what? We're going to have the last laugh when we see Jesus returning, man. All these people that say that I'm crazy, that these apparitions appearing, and they say that I'm crazy because it's not appearing. I'm going to get the last laugh when Jesus returns, man. So, yo, prophecy, man, it's all becoming fulfilled. Let us take great joy in knowing that our Lord's return is almost here. No matter what you're going through, know that our Lord is almost here to bring us out of this doomed planet. So many people are they keep clinging onto a doomed planet when the kingdom of heaven is calling. The kingdom of heaven is calling. So like Jesus said, this world is not our home. So let us embrace our Lord's return. Let us all get so filled with the joy and euphoria of Jesus' return. When you start getting in that zone, I call it that zone, it's such a beautiful feeling, and it's the greatest rush ever, man. There's no greater feeling than Jesus' return. So we'll go ahead and end it out there. Keep your eyes to the skies because the signs are coming. Peace.